Hello friends, Kalarav School Halol presenting this video for standard 9th subject SS. Friends, today we are going to discuss about our new lesson from the political science, lesson number 8. The topic is about framing of constitution and its features. Constitution, what is the meaning of this constitution? Constitution is one such kind of the bond or one such kind of the rules and regulation which were made by the leaders, selected leaders of the Indian ministry. They formed the rules and regulation from which we can follow the country's own respect. So the constitution, how it was framed, in which type of condition, who were behind to frame the constitution, everything which was given in this lesson, and what is about its feature, that everything we will going to discuss in this lesson. Constitution means, in first line the given the definition of the constitution: any systematic collection of rules designed to govern a country's regime is known as constitution. Which kind of the collection of rules? The collection of rules that design the governs regime, that is known as constitution. What is the importance of the constitution? Why constitution is important for ruling out the country, running out the country? Constitution is the basic and most important document. It is very important document. The law of the country are based on the constitution. Every country's law are based on the constitution. The country's constitution and the constitutional law should be subject to relevant the provision. Everything should be into the form of the constitution. Their law should be subject to relevant the provisions. The constitution is superior to all the laws of the country. Constitution is considered as a superior to law of country. Constitution involve the in which things constitution involve periodically changing. Whenever it will require the changing, it must be required, it must be do the changes, requirement of the people's aspirations, expectations, interest, as well as the emotions which are high. Everything we should be changed by time to time in the constitution. That's the reason constitution is known as a live and basic document. That is the reason behind that. Why constitution? If in exam there will be a question that constitution is considered as a live and basic document, why you have to write down this reason. This is the reason behind the constitution was considered as a live document. Process of framing the constitution. Whenever India got the independence in the year of 1947, before independence, here the framing of the constitution's planning was started. Before independence, the British government 25th March 1946 handed the duty to the cabinet minister of 3 members and find a solution to a question of India's independence. Before independence, government of British East India Company, who was rule over the India, they gave the permission about this on the basis of the recommendations of the cabinet missions. On the basis of the recommendation of the cabinet mission, the constituent assembly was constituted and structure of the constitution was decided. And on the base of the two things, cabinet minister and the constituent assembly, they were decided how to make the structure of the constitution. Constituent assembly was comprised of about 385 members, in which there are 385 members in constituent assembly. At the time of the constitution was framing, in which various member from the different religion, the member are not belong with the same religion, they were belong with the different religion, different caste, gender, and people from the various geographical diversification. Why it is need? Because all type of the geographical from where the people were come, the people knows the exact situation of their particular landform or their particular area. That's why the constitution needed to the people which came from the various geographical diversification, political representative and expert from the various sector are included. Which kind of the people are included into the framing of the constitution? There will be the another question. Various geological diversification, political representative and expert from the various sector. Jawaharlal Nehru, remember the name of the people who were played the major role to behind the frame of the constitution. Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, Shyam Prasad Mukherjee, PH Modi, HV Kamnath, Frank Antony, Kanayalal Munshi, Krishnaswamy Iyer, Baldev Singh, and woman representative Sarojini Naidu, Vijayalakshmi Pandit, etc. all played the major role behind the frame of the constitution, where into the constituent assembly and who were made the president of that constituent assembly. Here give the name of that person. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the president of the constituent assembly. A drafting committee was appointed to draft the constitution under the leadership of the Bhim Rao Ambedkar. The drafting committee work under Bhim Rao Ambedkar, and first president of our India, that is called Dr. Rajendra Prasad. You have to remember this question will ask in 1 mark in the exam. The Constitution Assembly met 166 sessions spread over a period of 2 years. In the time period of the 2 years, this Constitution Assembly met how many sessions? 166 sessions, 11 months, and in the year time period of 2 years, 11 months and 17 days took the time to frame the constitution. Member of the assembly has discussed thread bar each every detail and of its provisions, keeping the concern the matter of the constitution of different countries. Whenever the constitution was framing out at that time, the problem which were created to making the constitution, making the law, they were sorted out from the asking the different rule from the another countries to frame the constitution. In the constitution there are 295 articles, 8 appendix, and after amendment with 395 article and 9 appendix, the constitution was framed. After that constitution framed, when the constitution was framed, at that time 395 articles and 9 appendix all are there in that constitution at the time of framing. Firstly, when it was introduced on 26th November 1949, the constitution was unanimously passed in the Constituent Assembly. It was passed on which year, on which day? 26th November 1949 it was passed in Constituent Assembly. On 26th January 1950, Constitution of India came into existence. Another date you have to remember, you must have to remember, it is about 26th January 1950 Constitution of India came into existence, and India has declared a republic nation. India is considered, that's why this day is considered as a Republic Day. Why it is considered as a Republic Day 26th January? Because the Constitution of India came into existence and India was declared Republic nation. That is the reason why 26th January is considered as a Republic Day. Thereafter, every year of 26th January, we celebrated Republic Day with national favor. National favor. In India, Indian Constitution, we have four lion in Constitution. The symbol here, talking about the symbol of the Indian Constitution, we have lion as a national emblem. And national emblem, the lion symbol, the national slogan is Satyamev Jayate, truth always win. That is our national slogan. And the Constitution provide the citizenship rights and duties of the directive principle of the state policy, union state relation, elections and emergencies provision. All these things are provided from the government of India to the people of India. Thus the Constitution of India is the most detailed and elaborate national document. The Constitution is considered as most detailed and elaborate national document. What is preamble? Preamble, what is the meaning of the preamble? Preamble is the core and the important part of the Constitution. It is very important part of the Constitution because many of such things are involved in that preamble. So we must have to follow that Constitution just because its introduction part was very superb in the form of preamble. Indian Constitution begin with the preamble. And whenever you open the Indian Constitution, the first page of that Constitution is about the preamble. The word written in the preamble highlighting the soul of the Constitution. Whatever the words which was written on the page of the preamble, that is considered as soul of constitutions. The words inscribed the preamble are given below. Here given the first page of the Constitution of India. You can see this page of Constitution of India, how beautifully decorated it is. Okay, there are beautiful you can see the design surrounded by, and what is written between them? Preamble. The title of that Constitution of India, preamble. What is written in that preamble? We the people of India, having solemn resolve to constitute India into the sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and the secure to all its citizens. We the people of India are very much we can say very much deliberately considered ourselves to our country. So our country is considered as a democratic republic country. Justice, social, economical and political liberty, which thing justice is there? Justice is there for social, economic and political. All these three for justice stand there. Liberty, for which things the liberty gave by the Indian government? Liberty for the thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. And equality for what? Status and of the opportunity. For equality is all for that, for which is written into the Constitution on the first page of the Constitution, that is called preamble. And to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual, of the unity and integrity of the nation. Fraternity, assuring to dignity of the individual, every person who is living into the India, it should be respected by the another people. And the strength for the India is about unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, the 26th day of November 1949, hereby adopt enact and give to the ourselves this constitution. This last line was very important because on this date it was introduced to the government, introduced by the government of the India, and hereby adopt and enact and give to ourselves. Ourselves means what? The people of India, all the people who live into the India, all the Indian people. This constitution must be adopted. Okay, you can see the design of the preamble. Okay, first page of the constitution. The preamble remained unchanged till 1976. Till the year of the 1976 there was no change in the preamble. After in 1976 the word socialist, secular, unity and integrity of the nation were added. Which word were added after 1976 into the preamble? You have to write down which words: socialist, secular, unity and integrity of the nation. The preamble verbalized the fundamental objective of the constitution. Preamble was described about fundamental objective and constitution aims, idea and principles. Therefore the preamble straightway gives a clear insight of the rule of welfare. Rule of welfare means what? The government which is work for the benefit of the people of India. The preamble reflect the constitution framers psyche. The preamble reflect the constitutional framers psyche. Importance of preamble. Why preamble is very important for us? The preamble is the soul of the constitution. Preamble, you can consider the preamble as the soul of the constitution. It is also important necessity. Preamble is very important necessity to understand the framing of any law. If you want to understand the framing of any law or interpretation, preamble gives proper guidance. If you read the preamble, you will get many idea about the government, about the laws, about the rules and regulation. To understand the policy behind the framing of any law, if you want to understand the policy behind framing any law, you must study about the preamble. Preamble plays an important role. It is very important. The preamble is useful tool. It is very useful tool also to avoid the trouble in the interpretation of the constitution. Preamble is useful tools to if you want to interpretation into the constitution. It is very important. When any ambiguity of obscure details in law arises, preamble helps understanding and interpreting the law. If any kind of confusion there was arising, the detail of the law arises, mean whenever the law were made by the framer of the constitution, if you get any confusion in that law, then preamble helps you to understand or interpreting the law. The preamble serves a compass. It is serves which kind of thing you can say that the preamble is? The preamble serves as a compass to the people of India, people of the country, to understand the provisions of the constitutional law. Preamble is nation's unity, integrity and its standard crust of the brotherhood among the citizens who are having noble sentiments and idea. Preamble is backed by the high ideas and goal. Preamble was backed with the high idea and goal. Pillar of the preamble. Which are the pillar of the preamble? The words inscribed in the preamble are. Which words are inscribed into the preamble? We the people of India, Norwegian, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, fraternity and equality. Here we will study the following main pairs or pillars of the preamble. Here given the main pillar of the preamble, the first pillar of the preamble is about democracy. What is democracy? The ultimate sovereignty of the power is with the people. Okay, ultimate sovereignty of the power is in which hand? In the hands of the people. According to the Indian constitution, there are no particular regime of any particular person. Instead, it is with the people. You can say that the Indian constitution, there is no particular regime of any particular person. Itself, it will the people. Democracy, or democracy, the word, if we talk about the word democracy, it is derived from the Greek word demos. The Greek word demos. After this word demos, the democracy word was derived from. Means, what is the meaning of the word demos? Means the people of Karthos, means the power, country, power. It is not within the group of the people. Instead, it is within the people of the country. It is not considered about the within the some kind of the some particular groups are ruling over the country, but it is the people who, all over the people who were living into the India, they have power to change the government. Democratic state administration is such a arrangement in which there is equal justice for people to social, economical and political, and having equal rights of participation. Democratic country means what? In democratic country means a country in which people get the equal rights, equal justice. Everything is distributed equally among the people in which they were living, in which country they were living, and they have equal rights to in each and everything which was considered, which was related to the government. So you can say the equal right of the participation. Okay, here they gave the idea about the constitutions. Okay, in democratic India, people elect their leaders through their choice by casting vote to represent their leaders in the parliament, or thereafter assuming the post of the prime minister and his or her cabinet. In democratic country like India, people have a right to choose their leaders according to their wishes through the election ballot method. In India, there is a system to choose the leader, and they were representing their particular region, and thereafter assuming the post of prime minister and whatever cabinet minister. Executive do not have absolute power. They are given a specific time limit. Executive has specific time limit. Similarly, the voters elect state and local level government. Voters have a right to elect their leaders at a local level and state level. Hence, democracy means by the people, for the people, and of the people. Democracy, what does the meaning of the democracy? Democracy means for the people, by the people, and of the people. Cabinet consists the member of the parliament. In cabinet, you can consist the member of the parliament. Cabinet of the minister is responsible to the parliament. Cabinet minister is considered the responsible person for the parliament, and any citizen of India who possess required constitutional equality can contest to the election. Any of the person who belong with the India, who has the citizenship of India, he has the possess the required constitutional eligibility to contest in the election. Means after the age of the 18 years, he will be able to give the vote in any election. Ministerial positions are not acquired hereditary. Each elected government has 5 years of tenure. The time period of the any government is as about 5 years. The government work under the principle of the constitution. The government must be work under the principles of the constitution, and therefore it is known as the responsible government. Why government is considered as a responsible government? Because it has to work under the principle of the constitution. The democratic government is based on liberty, equality, and feeling of frequently and continuously work to achieve their goal. Democratic government is work for which goals? They were work for the liberty of the people, equality between the people, feeling and fraternity of them. They are constantly work for the welfare and good health for the people. The constitution disseminates the power of the people to cast their vote according to their free will, and thereby instills confidence in the constitution. The people who gave the vote, everything was in a secret ballot method. They have to choose their leader by their own self. No one can force him to choose any person. So this is the freedom which was given by the constitution to the people of India. The constitution of the democratic India renders fundamental right. In the constitution of the democratic India renders the fundamental right, principles of political direction, parliament, member of assembly, independent and impartial justice, and election commissions are those provisions which make our country democratic in every means. These all things which make our country democratic in every means. Which things they were? Member of assembly, okay, independent and impartial justice, election commission, and their provisions. Everything will make our country democratic in every means. Adult suffrage means a citizen. This question is very important for the exam, because in exam this question will ask in many times. Adult suffrage means what? Adult suffrage means a citizen above 18 years of an age. The citizen who will at the age of 18 years or more, who can get the right to vote, can cast his or her vote in one's choice of the leader without discriminating caste, creed, religion, language, gender, education, and income of birthplace. There is no any discrimination regarding this. All the method, he or she can give the vote to their own choice, but it is essential that the citizens are enlisted into the electoral list. Electoral list means what? Means the person who should be registered as above the age of 18 years and into the register of the election commission his or her name. That is called electoral list. Socialistic. Number second is socialistic. In the year of 1976, by 42nd Indian Constitution Amendment, whenever in the 42nd Indian Constitution Amendment took place in the year of 1976, the Constitution of India added in the 42nd Amendment in the word socialist. This word was added as the 42nd Amendment into the Constitution of India. Which word? The word socialist. Most of the provisions in Constitution of India directly or indirectly show social revolution. Most of the provision means lot of the provision are constitution. In the constitution directly or indirectly show what show? They show the social revolution, which brought the social and economic equality, and further the aim of the welfare state. Their main purpose is to work for the welfare of the people. The principles of the socialist pattern direct social, economic, and political equality of the citizens as given in the preamble. In the preamble, what is given there in the preamble? The pattern is given about the direct social, economic, and political equality that every person has to follow. Government must has to follow. It is now regarded as the prime feature of the state. This is regarded as the prime feature of our state. It reflects the fact that India is committed to the secular, social, economic, and political justice for all its people. Constitution reflects what? Reflects means to present. Constitution present the fact about our economical, social, and political justice, that is every time equal for the people of India. There is no discrimination between the people, like a rich people, like a poor people. There is no discrimination regarding that. India stand for absoluting all form of the exploitation, whatever the exploitation done by the people to another people, rich people exploited to the poor people, or any kind of exploitation, as well for securing the equitable distribution of income, resources, and wealth. In government are trying to distribute the people in the income, resources, and wealth equally distributed, and one particular person should not have power over estate. Instead of everyone should have equal opportunity to being getting facility and provisions from the society, and thereby ultimating the discrimination of rich and poor. If we want to come out from the discrimination of the rich and poor, we must follow the rule of this. We must follow the government should be implement this policy, their equal distribution of the income among the people. Therefore, we can say that Constitution of India is a socialistic document. We can say it is a socialistic document. Number 3 is about the secularism. Secularism means what? Secularism means the every religion should be considered equally. In the year of 1976, again by 42nd Indian Constitutional Amendment, the word secular was also inserted. It was implemented in amendment of 42nd. India is a secular country. Why India is secular country? Because many of the religion follower live in our country. India can never become a particular religious country as per the provisions of the Constitution. India is not followed only one religion. India has the many community who followed the many kind of religion. They lived with happily with each other like a form of brotherhood. In India does not follow any particular religion, so the country never promotes any religious activity. India could not promote any religious activity, one religious activity. Every religion should be equal for all. The country cannot involve any secular activity with religious activity. Country could not, the government could not be make the implementation into the religious or secular activity. The citizen of the country has freedom to choose his or her religions. The citizen who living in India, who has right to choose their his or her own choice of the religion. The country can not discriminate a citizen on a religious basis. Any of the person or any of the government could not be discriminate means to भेदभाव करना, that is called discriminate any religious basis. Equal job opportunities, everyone has equal job opportunities and political rights to the citizens. Everyone has a political rights to give their vote, and whatever the circumstances were there, they can speak, they can represent all these situations in front of the government. To the citizens are given without any religious discrimination. Everything they could be do without any religious discrimination. In this way, secularism is the basic foundation of the mandatory feature of the constitution. Is the basic foundation, means the main foundation, main basic thing of the feature of constitution. This is our constitution, means our constitution is on the based of the democracy, number 2 socialistic, and number 3 secularism. Sarva dharma samdrashti means every religion looks like equal. Sarva dharma sambhav, every religion could get equal respect. Sarva dharma sambhav are the principle of incorporated into the constitution. It is implemented into our constitution that we should respect every religion and we should give the respect and honor to every religion. So no particular religion would be encouraged in any state. No, there is no authority to the government or to the people to be represent any one particular religion for particular state. There is no prohibition of any citizens to propagate his or her religious belief, trust and faith. There is no propagate of his or her religion just because of the government or constitutional belief. Friends, till here we can stop our explanation about lesson number 8 in this video only. In our next video we will discuss about the further explanation of this lesson. Till here, whatever the explanations is over related to this explanation, I will ask some question. I will give some question through the PDF with the answer that you have to write down in your notebook. It should be write down, it must be write down in your notebook. In our next video we will discuss about the remaining part of the lesson. Okay, bye.